When an organization genuinely wants to create a positive working environment based on trustworthiness, outstanding customer service, collaborative teamwork, operational excellence, and logical problem solving, the management must begin to invest, recognize, and respond to the needs of their valuable assets, which are the employees. The return on such investments will increase level of employee motivation, creativity, productivity, and commitment that will help the company grow profitably. Therefore, employee involvement is essential for total quality management. In this chapter, we will discuss the following total quality management principles and strategies pertaining to employee involvement, such as employee motivation, teamwork, training, and mentoring, recognition and rewards, and lastly, feedback and performance appraisal.
Group behavior. Success of an organization lies in motivated teams in which 10% of employees are self-motivated. They often do their best wherever the circumstances are, while 80% are fence sitters whose motivation level depends on management strategies. However, the remaining 10% are difficult people who do not want to get motivated. The motivation theory of individual employees has two different sets of behavior. The first is Theory X, which proposed by Simon Fruit, and Theory Y, which propounded by Douglas MacGregor. Assumptions of Theory X. In this theory, it assumes that the average worker are lazy, dislike works or responsibilities, and does not have aspiration and ambition to do their work. To make them work, management has to do the following: give them incentives or coercion to work, or punish them, or intimidate them. While the assumptions of Theory Y, it assumes that workers are not lazy, want to do their best, and they are committed in their job, and the job itself will determine if the workers like the work. These employees do not get motivated by any reward, but seek freedom to do difficult and challenging jobs. Thus, we can conclude that Theory X presents a pessimistic view of employees' nature and behavior at work, while Theory Y presents an optimistic view of employees' nature and behavior at work.
The two-factor theory, which tries to seek the root of motivation in the workplace, was created by Frederick Hertzberg, an American psychologist and a professor of business management. The first factor is the motivational factors that can cause employees to work harder. These are the achievement, recognition, the job itself, responsibility, and lastly is the growth and advancement. The second factor is the hygiene factors that can cause employees to be unmotivated if they are not present. These are the company policies, supervision, working condition, interpersonal relations, and lastly is the salary. Therefore, motivators can increase employees' job satisfaction and productivity, while hygiene factors cause dissatisfaction in their absence.
As the company grows, a formal structure is developed to aid management and communication. Teams are formed to achieve goals. A team coordinator is responsible for the team's daily tasks. It is also classified as team coordinator, head, manager, or supervisor. The manager role in facilitating teamwork is to foster employee collaboration by giving them responsibility, authority, resources, and criteria for measuring work output. Teamwork creates a win-win situation. To achieve success, all employees must respect one another, as well as the team's objective self-esteem. People can criticize the method, but not the people who work on it. The employee must know that working together can be better than working alone. In a win-win situation, a team can achieve positive outcomes, making the best use of each member's abilities, making better decisions, and increase enjoyment and job satisfaction. The problem is that win-lose situations waste time and energy, and harm the team's enjoyment and health.
Do rewards disrupt teamwork? Top management must make it visible that they want everyone on the team to contribute, even if they already know who the star performers are. In other words, the team's input should take precedence above individual production. In a team, all members' contributions may not be equal, hence rewards for the top teams rather than in specific individuals should be given out. Effective communications. In every organization, communication is a three-way process for each employee as given below. First, to one employee is working for supervisors or manager. Second, to the person working for him, subordinates or junior employees. And last, to the person one works with, the peers, counterparts, customers, and suppliers, both internal and external. Thus, communication is a three-way process and every employee should communicate effectively in all the three roles.
One of the ways to ensure total quality management within an organization is to institute training and mentoring. It is about transferring of knowledge from teacher to student or mentor to mentee, which plays a vital role in an organization because this will enable the employees to do the right thing the first time and can also prevent further failure costs. Training and mentoring includes orientation to the employees, especially the newly hireds, wherein they will be informed about the following. This will help the employees to be able to carry out his or her task correctly. In addition, training and mentoring will help the organization to identify whether an employee can perform his or her duties straightway after such training or if he or she still needs further mentoring in order to enhance his or her skills and abilities.
Gurus like Crosby, Deming, and Harrington agreed that training is a continuous process. Change is vital in the company because it promotes creativity, boosts staff morale, and develops skills. Some managers are hesitant to send their employees for training due to an excessive workloads, lack of available training courses, and employees' immigration after the training. PDCA, or the Plan Do Check Act, is an iterative four-stage approach for continuously improving processes, products, and services. Plan for training. Training is required for all employees to increase their performance. Provide training. Employees should be trained by management. A training program allows everyone to improve their skills. Measure training effectiveness. After the training, a recorded evaluation should be done to evaluate its effectiveness. Improve training effectiveness. Preventive and corrective activities should be taken to improve training effectiveness.
Rewarding employees is more than just giving them certificates or money. It is when your employer values your work. Recognizing and rewarding employees shows respect and appreciation for their efforts. It demonstrates the company trusts them to do their tasks properly, which encourages people to stay and work harder to provide their utmost. The award should be chosen carefully so that only the best performers are acknowledged. The attributes for selection of the best employee and ETDC Chennai are commitment, creativity, flexibility, adaptability, determination, and responsible.
Feedback, essential for both employees and management. When it comes to quality, outcome of the product must be observed to manage the desirable result. That's why feedback is important for both employees and management. The management can observe the capabilities of the employees, while the employees can improve to what feedback she or he has received. Giving appropriate feedback. Communication among coworkers is one of the factors why business is successful. If you convey the right feedback to someone, it will cause a positive outcome that can also affect their work and capability potential in the business. It will also create an inviting atmosphere to work diligently.
Feedback to employees is essential. It helps them to assess their performance and know what are the things they need to improve and or sustain to be able to make a satisfactory output that will meet the desires of what the company seeks. Even if it is negative or positive, it helps them to make room for improvements, boost their confidence, and increase their productivity. Management role is to seek feedback both from the customers and the employees because it creates transparency between them, making the work process efficient and resolving issues at a quicker time. A concept called management by walking around, advocated by Tom Peters, which literally means managers walking around the work site, is a befitting way for this, and adopting it will help them get the right feedback.